Today we're taking a look at the Nike Dunk Low, North Carolina A&T. These are dope. Welcome back to Kicks on Kicks, my channel where I review sneakers, and today we're looking at a hometown favorite. This is a shoe that's near and dear to me, specifically because of who I am and where I grew up. But this is the Nike Dunk Low. The NC Ayantee from the Yardrunners collection. I believe these are actually called the Student Unions. At least that's what Ariel Robinson, the student designer of this shoe, named them. And these are dope. So today we're going to take a look at the shoe. I'm going to show you the packaging, give you some legit checking indicators in case you're trying to tell if these are real or fugazi. And I'll also explain some of the history and the inspiration behind the design of the shoe. So let's go ahead and get started. I always like to look at these from the bottom up. So taking a look at the outsole, you've got a clear, translucent Nike Dunk Low outsole, very similar to the Jordan 1 outsole. It's basically the same outsole. So if you've seen a pair of Dunks or you've seen a pair of Jordan 1s, you've seen these. But the one thing that's different is that these are translucent, and underneath you can see a pattern that is meant to be grass on the bottom of the shoe. Moving up to the midsole, you've got a sort of like stone gray, almost like a brownish gray, if you will. But he's got this gray midsole all the way around the shoe. And then, of course, we will move on to the uppers, where you've got more shades of gray. So you've got a darker gray around your toe cap, on your vamps going toward the laces, as well as on your heel area as well. You've got a super dark, like charcoal gray swoosh here. It's not black. Is it black? Oh, let me look. This is black. This is not black. Charcoal gray swoosh. All right. And yeah, that's that. On your lacelets, you've got that same sort of light gray that you've got on the toe box. So yeah, lots of shades of gray, because you got a lighter gray on the toe box, a sort of darker gray on the mid panel and the top portion of the heel, and then that lighter gray on the laces. So very cool. Let's look at the tongue, the lace bed, if you will. So right off the bat, you will notice these bright yellow laces, which are screen printed with the words A&T. A&T, just, a nickname for the school. It's not really a nickname. It's the name of the school, but it's a play on how you just pronounce A&T. No one's like A and T. But anyway, so you got that on top of this yellow nylon tongue. And of course, the logo for the school, A&T, North Carolina A&T State University. On the heel, another pretty cool detail. So you've got this blue right here, this hit a royal blue, and this varsity maze emblazoned with the year of the school's founding, 1891. So now that's pretty much the shoe. We'll talk about more details on the shoe as we go on. But I told you guys this was kind of a special shoe to me because I'm from and live in North Carolina. My brother actually went to North Carolina A&T twice. I have a sister that's at A&T right now. And I did not go to A&T, but I went to a school just down the road. If you just go a little bit further down Market Street, turns into West Friendly, and boom, there's my alma mater. So if you know, you know. But anyway, my alma mater does also share school colors with A&T, as well as a founding year with A&T, as well as sharing a city with A&T. So speaking of the city, let's talk about one more detail on the shoe. So right here, you've got your A&T logo on the tongue tag in place of like a Nike Air, which is what you would normally see. But then also underneath, you've got the words "From Greensboro with Love." And that is just, a nice nod to, again, the school, but also the community around the school. So let's take a look at the packaging real quick, because the packaging is kind of special too. So this is not your typical Nike sportswear box like you would get with a Nike Dunk Low. Instead, you've got this Yardrunners box. Now, Yardrunners is actually a campaign inside of Nike. It's an internship program, basically, where Nike chooses students from HBCUs, historically Black colleges and universities, and basically gives them mentorship in the areas of like sales, marketing, product design, and so on. So those chosen for the Yardrunners program, some also got to choose or help design schools to represent, or design shoes, excuse me, to represent their schools. So Ariel Robinson, who has already graduated from Ayantee, she's an alumni of Ayantee. Alumna? She's an alumna of Ayantee now, anyway. She designed this shoe, and let's go ahead and take a look at this box. This is the Nike Dunk Low NC Ayantee. College Gray, Anthracite, and Varsity Maize are the colorway. Got mine in a size 9, of course, because that's what I wear. Now, we talked about the program that made these shoes possible. We talked a bit about the designer. She designed these while she was still a student at Ayantee, which is awesome. Let's talk about the design inspiration. This shoe is designed after the Ayantee Student Union. It's like one of those buildings where like everybody congregates, you know, the student center, grab yourself a quick meal, hang out, and so on. And that building is a bunch of shades of gray, just like this shoe is. But also, if you've ever been inside the student union at Ayantee, you'll know that the staircase is actually a super stark Ayantee yellow. And so that gold is what you see represented here on the lace bed. And just like you would climb the staircase, you gotta climb the laces of the shoe. That's a nice design feature right there. So while we're talking about design features, I will also, this insole is gonna be hard to pull out. So instead of just straight up pulling the insole out, I'll just show it to you because it's basically just this. You got this very cool striped pattern. Reminds me of, you know, my time in business school. This is like a tie that I would definitely wear. I would definitely wear this pattern on a blue and gold tie. But anyway, that is pretty much the shoe. And we looked at the packaging, so I guess we'll take a look at some legit checking indicators. Now, what you get with this shoe, this is, I should make note, this is just a regular Nike Dunk Low. This is not an SB or a skateboarding shoe. So the tongue is a little bit thinner. This is supposed to be meant as more of a casual wear. It's not going to be as comfortable of a shoe as like an SB Dunk. There's not as much padding. But because it's not an SB, one thing that you can tell right off the bat is that this is the wrong lace bag. These extra laces should not come in a Nike SB bag. But also, for those who are out here legit checking, the laces, the extra laces that come with this shoe should not be gray. The extra laces that actually come with the shoe are blue, this nice royal blue to match or to kind of go with that heel tab. So then you've got the yellow tongue, but you've got that blue, just like the Ayantee logo, on the extra laces. So those are the two lace colors. So looks like I'm gonna be rocking these with these nice yellow Ayantee laces. I think the blue would have looked better though, in my opinion. So those are some legit checking indicators, but the ultimate legit checking indicator, the one thing you can kind of tell from miles away, is actually that bottom of this shoe. So the bottom of this shoe, like I said, is meant to look like grass, but on the legit authentic retail pairs, it's basically a photograph of grass. And that grass is just, you know, a nod to what Ayantee saying about keeping your grass cut low so you can see the snakes, right? It's not just a saying at Ayantee, but they say it at Ayantee. So that's what the grass is about. But yeah, this shoe, if you can tell, I guess I'll kind of do close-ups, but this just looks like somebody kind of just did some green streaks on a black background. But if you look at the actual shoe, and you can see this on images online, it's supposed to be just like a picture of blades of grass. So very different here on the bottom. But other than that, I mean, it's a Nike Dunk, and the rep companies have been making fake Nike Dunks forever. And it's honestly harder to tell the differences these days because Nike doesn't put a ton of quality into their Nike Dunk Lows. So there you have it. All in all, a shoe that, again, is special to me. Now, what's great about this shoe in particular is that it's not getting the resale push like the FAMU pair, for example, which I think is the most popular of the HBCU pack. They also did a pair for Clark Atlanta and I think Tennessee State. It's either Tennessee State or Texas Southern. One of those. But anyway, so of the HBCU pack, if I had to be objective, I think the FAMU dunks look the best. But these are my second favorite. And again, they're a hometown school, a school that I have, close family connections with, and a school that I'm excited to rep. So very cool. And that's pretty much it for the shoe. What do you think about these? For one, did you attend an HBCU? Did you attend Ayantee? Do you got Aggie pride inside all over whatever? But anyway, that's the shoe. I'm just rambling. I'll talk to you guys in another review real soon. Peace.